This is the Kenyan bush. A team of dedicated professionals is training to fight an enemy that could change their country forever.
I want to preserve the last living animal in the world.
Can the Kenya Wildlife Service stop poachers from wiping out their heritage? Train hard, fight easy is their motto. It's a battle they can't afford to lose.
The most interesting part of my job is that there's no routine. You wake up to a new challenge every day.
We go through a very, very vigorous training.
It's 4 o'clock in the morning, deep in the Kenyan bush. Men and women with a mission are preparing for another grueling day. This is not the army or the police, but a team of paramilitary officers who've dedicated their careers to a global cause. The day starts with a morning run, 90 minutes in pitch darkness. They're training for action at any time of the day or night. A 3-month stint at this training school is not for the faint-hearted. Deliberately deprived of sleep, these officers are under scrutiny for 18 hours a day. And with good cause, they're up against a ruthless enemy.
Balance hapo kwa hewa. Nani huyo? Nani huyo? Kaa kwa hewa. Haya hapo. Nani huyo bado? Nani huyo mtu red?
The Kenya Wildlife Service Law Enforcement Academy is where game rangers come to learn about preserving wildlife. But this is a war against heavily armed poachers who work for criminal gangs around the world. Ivory and rhino horn are worth millions of dollars to those looking for ornaments and aphrodisiacs. And Kenya's wildlife will be destroyed if nothing is done to stop them.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 11.
This academy is very important to KWS. We have units which are mandated to look after wildlife. That is for their protection, their security, everything. And in the course of their duties, they encounter bandits who are armed. So they are supposed to be having relevant skills which they can use to combat that banditry.
It's a tough place to be, and it's good for everyone who comes here as a soldier with a mission of conservation. You have to be trained tough so that you will be able to follow the bandits on long distance walking around the bush. And the academic that we get here is super, and it's enough for everyone who comes here as a ranger.
March 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 6, 5, March 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 6, 5,
It is a very vigorous training whereby you are being changed from being a civilian to a ranger. And the challenging part is waking up very early in the morning, of course, after doing a very difficult exercises during the day. You sleep for about 3 hours only. You wake up at 3 in the morning, you sleep at midnight. So those are some of the challenges that we do face as trainees.
The academy is located deep in the bush, off the main road between Nairobi and Mombasa. From the moment they arrive, trainees are cut off from the comforts of daily life.
Let me confirm the list of those who have reported. Caro?
Sir.
Kaindi Ngolo? Jonathan Malibe? Derito?
Yes.
Esther?
Sir.
Ekirapa?
Umekuja?
Sema sa!
Sa.
Bakata?
Sa.
Rashid?
Sa.
Ngolo?
Sa.
Malibe?
Sa.
So from here, after we have inspected your bags, you have to go and report on top of that hill. Look up there. That is where we believe the grandfather of KWS was buried. So it's a routine, it's a tradition. Whoever who comes to this school, irrespective whether you are a recruit or any other rank, you have to go up there and say hi to the shosho and come back here, okay?
Yes, sir.
So on your feet, move!
Move.
Move!
Anguka tujue mahali umetoka.
Line up here.
Move.
Everything at the camp is regimented. Even queuing for the midday meal is undertaken with military precision.
It's almost army-like, only that our mission is protecting the wildlife and conservation. When God created animals, it was like a command for us, the human, to protect the wildlife. I have 2 children and 1 wife who are very supportive to me. They like what I do, and they support me fully, 100%.
I love the job. I can say I'm one of the lucky guys. What we are doing is exactly what God created man to do.
Once you have achieved the correct sight picture, another most important thing that makes your rounds to count is trigger operation. Using the tip of your finger, continuously squeeze your trigger without anticipating the round until the round goes off. So do not pull your trigger like this. Most of the students, they pull their triggers and therefore the rounds will go where you don't intend them to go. Okay?
Combat skills which we teach here are basically based on fieldcraft and minor tactics, whereby we teach about patrols, we teach about combat, armed combat that is. We have also endurance skills, whereby we take our trainees through very vigorous fitness training We have also navigation skills, which are very important when incorporated with the fieldcraft and minor tactics. Then the weapon handling skills, they are very important.
Tuck your weapon so that you have a firm grip and you can see the magazine well. Sometimes when you are on fire, the adrenaline is so high, there is rush, people are making noise, some are screaming. So even without looking at it naturally, the magazine will come to the well. But when you are not having a grip of the weapon, then it will be playing around. You miss it, that's wrong. So tuck your weapon, have a firm grip of your weapon, remove magazine, load, and then you charge. Every seconds counts in war. Let them hang. No, there is a mistake there because people are not having controls on their weapons.
The fieldcraft training is not a joke, because the fieldcraft training is all about me and my life. That if I do what I've been taught, I'll be able to live. If I'll not do what I've been taught, then my life will be at risk.
And by fire! Good, keep it up. Yeah, this is a good side picture. There's a good control of the weapon, good breathing. Seems you're getting the lesson well. Keep it up. Good.
Thank you, sir.
A ranger's job is not an ordinary job. It's not like a job that can be performed by everybody. You have to have a calling from inside you to perform these duties, because these duties are very, very, very strenuous duties, especially with the female rangers. We have to undergo what the men undergoes in the execution of the duties.
So we will demonstrate a near ambush, a close ambush. Is that clear?
Missing right, right, left.
I'm about the Jubilee age, but the training is tough, but I feel nice because I am with young guys. I'm trying to compete with them, and I know some of them are the age of my sons. I feel good to have that opportunity to compete with them. So to me it's tough, but I like it very much. It keeps me younger, in fact, and it keeps me on my toes. And I think maybe after retirement, I'll also maybe venture into some of those activities. Perhaps I would like to be an honorary warden after I've retired, so I can continue with the work.
That arm ndio unatumia kwenda kushika the thumb of the choking finger, sasa of the choking hand. Alafu you pull it outwards.
Sometimes it just isn't practical to use weapons, so rangers are also taught the brutal intricacies of unarmed combat.
Take him down, lock him. Hii peke yake ni ina compress chest yake, he can't do it. Breathe. This is an unarmed combat class. It's to equip the rangers with the skills they can apply in the field where maybe their rifles are not functional, they have jammed, or they've run out of ammunition, or in some cases you find that the use of firearm is not allowed by law. So the idea is pressure control. If you want, the way I'm saying is just cut blood supply to the brain. Angalia hapa, you'll see the valves start doing what? Showing, yeah? This one it's a standard practice throughout the world. All military personnel and paramilitary personnel need these skills, because at one point you may come into
into such a situation where the use of these skills is necessary.
Another skill that the rangers learn is the art of tracking, following the footprints of a bandit who may be several hours' walk ahead.
Naturally, when somebody is moving forward, the heel is the one that steps on the ground first. So the pressure is on the heel. So that one can help you to tell you whether this person is moving forward or is moving backward. But when somebody is moving backward, the toes are the ones that exert pressure to the ground. There's too little pressure on the heel, as you can see. The pressure is on the toes. And again, there is some soil that is scooped as you move forward. So that one can tell you that somebody is moving on a backward direction. That one happens mostly when they are crossing roads and open areas to try and deceive you. When you are tracking, you need to be aware of the number of people you are tracking, the type of weapon they have, so that you can prepare your soldiers psychologically.
This is a typical exercise. Part of the team has already gone ahead to simulate the tracks of poachers in the bush. The students are now following them with all the discipline needed for a life or death encounter.
It's just a matter of who sees the other first. If they see me first, they will eliminate me. But if I see them first, I'll eliminate them first.
Most of these trainees have actually grown up in the bush, so this is a skill that they've had since childhood.
Majority of them they are from these Normans. They are used to stay in the bush for a very long time, and they have excellent tracking skills. Once they are improved on, they become very good.
A highly trained tracker can follow a gang of bandits who may be several kilometers ahead. The process of finding them can take several days and nights in the bush, with no food or water. The only thing that's not authentic about this exercise is the end.
Class, how was the tracking exercise? How did you find it? Difficult, easy?
The technique that we've been taught by our instructor, that is placing the track between yourself and the sun, has really helped us to find the track easily, sir.
We shall continue building on from where we left. We always have to add on our new skills, but remember, every time you're tracking, as I told you earlier, officer safety first. You guys, you need to go back home and see your kids and see your families, so there's no reason for you whatsoever to relax on your duty, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good job. Clap for yourself. That's a nice operation. We'll continue building from there. Thank you.
In the bush we have some trees, and not all trees are used for human consumption. So for an officer to identify this as a good for human consumption, we have some especially this one now. When you cut this leaf and it cannot produce any milk, it is likely to be good for human consumption. When you chew the leaf and put under the tongue, if there is no reaction, it means that it is good for human consumption. When you swallow a bit, you wait. If it will not react in the stomach, it is good for consumption. Also, we have some fruits like this one. We do normally survive on it. We chew it to sustain our lives.
The camp itself has no boundary fence, so game can walk freely among the buildings. Elephants in particular come to drink at the camp perimeter.
Okay, just turn slightly left after this tree. Move down here. You have to follow this. Yeah, they are here, so we move slowly, not to interrupt.
Where about that?
Right now the elephants are here, most likely for water. You know, it's over lunchtime, it's hot, so they come here normally to cool themselves, draw the water from this pond. They come here, take the water, splash on their bodies to cool the temperatures. Just move behind, slide. Poachers at times they manage to kill 10 or 11 elephants at a go. You know, after they've had a gunshot, all of them will stand like this, and then it will provide easy accessibility for the poachers to target even 10 of them. From Mombasa there's a port, and also the airport is also there. Once an elephant has been poached, the tusk can easily find themselves to the main road, they get transported. And you know, poachers is like they can easily predict the position where the elephant is depending on the weather, especially during the rainy season. That's when poaching is high. Poaching is a serious problem over here in Kenya, and also not even in Kenya only, the whole of Africa. You know, like a country like Somalia, right now they don't have any elephant. It has been poached to extinction in Somalia. So poachers are still moving downwards. They are coming to Kenya. In South Africa, it's the same problem experience. Zambia, I think they have the same problem. So if at all the poaching issue is not addressed, in the next 10 years or 20, we'll list elephant an extinct species like the dinosaur. So something has to be done.
Some wildlife like rhino, we have to keep on monitoring them. Like we have to walk long distances for a long period of time, from maybe morning to evening. You're walking in the bush monitoring these animals. So sometimes it becomes very strenuous and involving. When I got this job and I had to explain to my mother, she was very negative about it, because after asking so many people what it entailed, she was told that it is so much of bushwork, very hard work, which she felt that her daughter could not execute, and she kind of was not very comfortable with it. Until after some time when now I would explain to her that the work is enjoyable and I'm finding it fun, so she adapted and now she loves what I do. What I do is what I love doing. I am not forced to do it. But you see, sometimes people differ. There are those who come with the attitude of, this is a woman, she cannot be able to do what we are doing. Let her be removed and be taken to another department. But if I love what I'm doing, I feel that no one should push me out of what I love doing.
Perhaps the most surprising of all the rangers' skills is that so many are proficient musicians. It may seem quite irrelevant to their work in the bush, but the resident band is taken very seriously.
Actually, the band is a useful tool for community awareness. For instance, the band is used to communicate. First of all, by pulling the crowds, and then the message is sent to the people. So it's actually integral, and that is to the outside one. But within the service, the band is useful in conducting ceremonial services. For instance, passing out parade and events that require parades. It actually assists in projecting a good image. When we are out there, sharing the story of conservation with the world, performing our music, people easily identify with the organization. And also the troops and staff are proud to be associated with the band, since the band is always in the limelight. So the band performs music that lifts the morale of the personnel. I am the pioneer director of music in the band, and I have seen the band grow like a baby. It was painstaking to grow the band members to what they are today. We have been involved in competition with other bands, and we have scooped prizes. I am passionate about music. It is my life. I enjoy doing music, and so doing music in a paramilitary organization is a passion to me, and I enjoy it.
These are the guardians of Kenya's wild. Not the best equipped army in the world, but surely one of the most dedicated.
I think we are fighting a winning battle. Though the area of occupation of wildlife is going down, but we are assured of having wildlife forever.
I don't see poachers overwhelming us, because we've also become sophisticated. Once they change their mode of tax, and also in our side, we do the same. Because we want to supersede them. We want to safeguard our flora and fauna. And we are there to defeat them.
For each of these officers, saving Kenya's wildlife is not a job, but a personal mission.
Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left.
Today, as I work, I have one thing in my mind, that I want to preserve the last living animal in the world, all in Kenya, for the future and for the posterity of this country.